Alright, welcome to Hitting on the Run. Now, the cold hard truth is, even if you have a ridiculously powerful, consistent backhand that you can put on a dime, there will be times where your opponent flat out hits a good or better shot, and you're going to be on the run. But the good news is, once you understand the concepts in this video, and you can apply them, you'll be able to hit powerful, quality backhands on the run, and in turn give yourself a chance to get back to a neutral rally, or perhaps even hit a winner that brings you cheers from your fans and teammates. So let's jump right in. The good news is you already have this course 90% of what you need to hit a good shot on the run. We just have to make sure they're in order. And the most important thing when you're running wide is to hold your coil. And what do I mean by this? Well, just like we learned in the power generator video, having a tight coil and maintaining that coil while you're running is the single most important thing to being able to hit a powerful return. What tends to happen is a lot of players get pulled wide and just flail at the ball and hope it goes in. You, on the other hand, are going to be very deliberate when you're on the run. So first let's look at the two basic footwork patterns. And this is not a course about footwork, but you need to know this in order to hit this shot effectively. The first is the crossover. Now notice on this one that you're going to load your outside leg. So if you're running to your left, that's your left leg. And as you uncoil, as you swing, you're going to replace your legs and do a little crossover step. This works well when you have a little more time to get to the ball, and even though you're moving, you're in great balance and position. And a good way to practice this is to shadow swing it a lot. So if you're a righty, you've got your left leg loaded, you've got a nice coil, and as you uncoil, you're going to replace your legs like this. This is going to take some getting used to, so take your time, and you may need to practice this quite a bit to get the coordination. Totally cool. Just take your time and have fun with this. Now, after you're feeling good about this part, now practice it in motion, almost like a waltz, if you will. So without the ball, just move wide, load your outside leg, uncoil, and replace. And then finally add a ball, and just focus on holding your coil until you're ready to unload. Now the second pattern is the hop. And on this one, once again, you're going to load the outside leg and hold a nice coil, but instead of crossing over and replacing your legs like you did for the crossover step, you're going to hop almost straight up in the air and land back on your outside leg, keeping your balance. This is better when you're a little more out of position and you just need to get your momentum back towards the court. Once again, follow the same progression we used for the crossover step, starting with a shadow swing, going to a waltz-like tempo, and then adding the ball. Strategically, a lot of times the best shot when you're on the run, depending on where your opponent is, of course, is to just knife the slice deep cross court or down the middle. This will give you some time to work your way back into the court while making it more difficult for your opponent to attack your shot. Same principles apply here. Make sure you're holding your coil as you get pulled wide. Uncoil and get that ball deep into the court if you can. Exception being if he's hitting an approach shot and he's coming to the net. So find the best footwork pattern that works for you. But I found if you're in good position, the crossover step is the best. And finally, if you're way out of position, you're on the dead run, you just got to get the ball however you can. Just stick your racket out on the 45-degree angle and aim high and deep and try and work your way back into the point. Sometimes I found screaming or distracting your opponent works very well here, but he or she may not appreciate that. So there you have it. If you're on the run, remember to hold your coil, get to the ball, and use either the crossover or the hop to work your way out of position. And if that doesn't work, just lob.